Good evening. My name is Kenneth Berthiaume, B-E-R-T-H-I-A-U-M-E. I live in Orange, Massachusetts, and I'm going to do the abridged version here. ISO New England has recently stated that the 2014 energy consumption numbers are 2% lower than 2013, and the winter peak for those years is also lower, and further indicate that EE and solar are having an impact. As I provided in my written comments earlier, when EE savings are factored into the, I quote, when energy efficiency savings are factored into the region's load forecast, energy usage is expected to remain flat with an average annual growth rate of 0.0%. I ask, where is the need, and more importantly, where is the energy crisis? Further, as ISO New England has stated, as of January 2015, with approximately 4,000 megawatts of wind power currently in the queue, I ask again, where is the energy crisis? Regarding leaks, which have been talked about tonight quite a bit, based on the most recent study on leaks published this past January in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, natural gas pipeline leaks in and around the Boston region are estimated to be 15 billion cubic feet per year, or average daily at 41,000 decatherms per day. Quote, valued conservatively at approximately $90 million, end quote. While this study focused on the urban Boston region, the study clearly depicted leaks in the southwestern Mass region in and around the Northampton lateral. Regardless of the location of the leaks, as more leaks are repaired, more usable natural gas becomes available. In this case, the 41,000 decatherms per day is approximately 14%, or 5,000 decatherms per day higher than the total request by Berkshire Gas of 36,000 decatherms per day, of which 55% of this amount is listed as future expansion. Why are these facts significant? As these pipelines are interconnected, closed systems, any action, such as repairing of leaks in one part of the system, creates an equal and opposite reaction for the remainder of the system, that is, increase in available natural gas. In summary, according to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and I quote, improving energy efficiency is one of the most constructive and cost-effective ways to address the challenges of high energy prices, energy security and independence, air pollution, and global climate change, end quote. Massachusetts has been ranked #1 in energy efficiency for the last 4 years in a row. Adding major fossil fuel infrastructure is clearly not the answer if Massachusetts intends to continue this trend towards a clean and renewable future. There are other alternatives. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Bruce Spencer, S-P-E-N-C-E-R, from New Salem, Mass., a lifelong resident of Massachusetts. I'm speaking to your efforts to facilitate Kinder Morgan's gas pipeline through Massachusetts. I also question whose interests you represent. Is it the citizens of Massachusetts, or is it National Grid, Eversource Energy, and Kinder Morgan? From your actions, it appears to be the latter. One of your actions last year was supporting a rate increase of 37% for the 2 million customers of Eversource Energy and National Grid. The reason you gave for this increase was that we may have a cold winter, and cold winters cause a spike in gas prices. As you know, we had a cold winter, one of the coldest on records, and gas prices did not spike. Why didn't they spike? They brought in LNG to Gloucester and to Boston, and that took care of the spike. I find it unbelievable that you did not know of this possibility. Consequently, I do not see a need for Kinder Morgan's gas pipeline. I will offer an alternative, 3 alternatives. conservation, conservation, conservation.
My name is Pam Kelly. I'm from Greenfield. Kelly is K-E-L-L-Y.
And after her, we'll have Judge Jacobs and then Andrew Rose.
So this DPU hearing is being held in Greenfield, which is one of the Commonwealth's lower income towns and also the first green community in the state, designated under the Massachusetts Green Communities Act. This hearing is set to respond to the DPU's questions, assuming that ratepayers need to add natural gas capacity to the New England market. I'm specifically looking at commercial mechanisms that could alleviate the constraints on natural gas, if there are any. We aren't yet clear that there are. So my family, I'm going to start at close to home, bought a little Cape, built in 1950, and we are now at net zero fossil fuel. We have about $160 worth of fossil fuel a year that we will be spending. And how did we do that? We invested a traditional IRA, which I consider to be a much better retirement plan than Wall Street, in excellent energy efficiency, better than what Mass Save recommends, which immediately cut the fossil fuel we used in half. And then we invested in very efficient electric appliances, such as a heat pump hot water heater and a 6.5 kilowatt electric power generating system accompanied by a cold climate mini split heat pump. So, once again, we're down to like $150, $160 worth of fossil fuel a year, and we are not wealthy. We live on Social Security. So, the same formula, excellent energy efficiency, solar electric generation, heat pumps, has been used by the South Amherst Congregational Church, a commercial venture, and several apartment builders in this town, like Barbara and Mark Zacchio in their near zero fossil fuel energy saving apartment buildings. It's the same formula. So you can see from our experience and the experience of our neighbors that the DPU would be acting in the financial interests of the ratepayers by encouraging rapid development of offshore wind, solar, energy efficiency, efficient equipment, and save the natural gas for some backup emergencies. Because I don't think we really need it. What we need is the capital to do a conversion. So the capital is we're finding the capital with a proposal for a new green bank for the state of Massachusetts, paralleling the one in New York, which has $1 billion in capitalization. And I'd like to say this, this pipeline is 5 to 7 billion estimated. The capitalization of a green bank recruits 10 times as much private capital as public capital. And there are 7 states that have already done it. Well, okay, so start thinking $50 billion to $70 billion focused on energy efficiency and renewables. That's what it would attract. So we just need to pass the Green Bank. And I've been attending the committee hearings at the State House in Boston since April 14th. Senator Benjamin Downing had to ask, after hearing the testimony of National Grid representative, okay, this is on net metering, how many solar hookups have come in since March 20th when you hit the cap on net metering cap? And she answered 5,600 applications for solar have come in since March 20th. 1% a month of their capacity. So why are we considering natural gas infrastructure at all? We could be making a rapid transition to a fossil fuel-free future with no huge pipeline. If we lift the net metering cap, encourage community-based solar at 1% a month, within 6 months before next winter, we ought to be able to make do with this shortfall.
Thank you.